Penthouse.
Hi guys, welcome to my YouTube channel, and this is my first video, and I would like to tell you guys what this video is going to be about. This video is going to be about fashion, lifestyle, makeup, skincare routine, my workouts, and new things that I learned, trends going on out there. Also, I'm going to talk about topics that you guys want me to talk about, topics that people don't normally want to talk about, and other things. Just, it's not stereotyped, it's not going down one lane. I'm going to talk about every area, every aspect of our lives, of our everyday lives actually. Straight to today's topic, I'll be talking about dates. Yes, I'm talking about dates because this topic has always been, we talk about it all the time, and we didn't really get, I wouldn't say we don't have an answer to it. I'll just say we all haven't, really talked about it openly. I'm going to talk about dates and who should pay when you go out on dates. When a girl and a guy goes out on a date, we should know who should pay. I'm going to tell you what I think about it, and I would like to learn from you what you guys think about it too. Let's talk about platonic relationships. I mean, relationships where the male and the female are not having any romantic romantic affair together, just friendship and all of that. I'm going to tell you what I think about that. If I go out with my friend on a date, I think anyone can pay, one, and two, I think we can split the bills. I've gone out with a couple of friends, male friends, that I have nothing romantic to do with, and I tend to drop half of the bills when I get the check, not because I want to prove something or impress him or anything, but because I just think that's what friendship is about. You give and you take, you share. That's what makes it more interesting. That's what makes us closer. That's what makes us freer with one another. So that when I don't have, I can call him and say, hey, I don't have this. And when he doesn't have, he can call me and say, okay, I don't have this. Can we do this on you? Can the bills be on you? Blah 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 and all of that. So I think for platonic relationships, anyone can pay and the bills can be split. And for people who are aspiring to be lovers, I mean people who are seeing one another, people who are trying to take a step after the other, trying to go out on a couple of dates before they can know if they are going to be compatible and all of that. I'm not going to ask you to impress yourself by the girl paying for the date or the guy paying for the date. But as far as I'm concerned, what works for me is that whoever asks for the date is who should pay for it. If I ask you for a date, I take you out, or I ask you to check out a new place with me, I think I should pay for it because it's a privilege that you even agreed to go out with me. You could have made an excuse, you could have decided not to go, you could have cancelled, anything could have happened, but you left your schedule to go out with me. It's a privilege, so I should pay for the date because I'm the one who's asking you to see somewhere with me. Same with the guy. If a guy asks you out on a date, I think he should pay. He should make the payment. But then, as people say, you should have your vex money with you because anything can happen. But as far as I am concerned, whoever asks for the date is who should pay. And as for lovers, for the married couples, I think anyone can pay because I am married to my husband and we go out on a date whether I ask or he asks. If I have enough money, I can pay for it, and if he does, he can pay, except he asks me not to bother, because some men just feel like it's their entitlement, it's their right to pay for anything. But if he doesn't, then I think anyone can pay. Or if I go out with my boyfriend, we are already dating, we're in a relationship, I'm not trying to impress anyone, he's not trying to impress me either. So when I have, I pay, when I don't have, he pays, and if we have to split, we can split. It's not a problem. And also, I would like to talk about what we should and shouldn't do on dates. For females, I think it is wrong for you to go out on a date with a man with your friends. It is very, very, especially if it's a man who's trying to see you, trying to start a relationship with you. Mrs. Woman, if you are hungry, cook in your house and let you eat and let your friends eat. You can go out on a date with your hungry friends and decide to make him pay for it. If the guy stands up there and walks out on you guys, I'm gonna give him a bravo because that's the right thing to do. It is very, very wrong to go out on a date with a guy and go with your friends, or better to go out on a date with a guy and start asking for takeaway, saboy as people would call it, that you want to take food home for your friends or even for yourself. I think it's wrong. Going out to eat whatever you can eat there and leave, and do not order more than you can eat. Do not be a barbarian. Do not order more than you can pay for. Do not be an Ateno like a rapper would say. You should not try to, compose, make yourself, present yourself as a very comfortable person. I'm not saying you should try to be who you aren't, but you don't have to portray yourself as a hungry person. Eat what you can and leave the rest. You can always come back someday with your friends to try out other things at the restaurant, at the same place. You don't have to overeat, you don't have to buy more than you can eat, you don't have to waste food, you don't have to take food home. Just eat as much as you can and let the rest be. And for guys, I beg you, do not assume that any girl who goes out on a date with you definitely would say yes to date you. They are two different things. I hang out with you doesn't mean I want to date you. It doesn't mean I must date you. It doesn't mean I have to date you. It is not compulsory. It is not mandatory. It is not mandatory. I hope you guys heard about the Keep the Change Bay on Twitter. He took the girl out to the cinema, they got back, and he came ranting on Twitter like some girls just go out with you because they're hungry and they have nothing to offer, blah, 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 blah. Do you know what my own girl did? She actually calculated everything they spent at the movies, being 3,800 naira or thereabouts. And she sent him 5,000 naira and asked him to keep the change. That is what is right to do. Guy was embarrassed, but thanks to God, he came back to apologize the following day, which is actually some good thing, because I believe not everyone can own up to their mistakes like that. But he came out in public and, you know, offered an apology to the girl, which was really good of him. But then look at the mistake he made. It can't be undone. This is social media. Things go like blow up in the twinkle of an eye, and everything went out of hands. They couldn't even control it anymore. That's the, you know, it was suicidal. I felt the humiliation on the boy, because people took it really, really serious. You know, Nigerians, they take this, they buy your trouble. They bought the boy's trouble. They bought the girl's trouble rather, and the boy got totally messed up. So this is what I'm talking about. Like, you take a girl out, you spend your money on her or whatsoever. I don't think it's equal to the fact that she has to date you. It's not. It's not. We have to understand that we have to do things maturely. And for the ladies, please, 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 always carry your vex money. Anything can happen. Anything. I'm going to make a video about the weirdest dates ever, and you guys are going to be wowed, because I've actually had my own fair share of some very, very weird dates. So I'm going to bring them to you, and you guys would see things that have happened that if you don't have enough money on you, please don't go out on a date. And when you go out on a date, you have to buy exactly what you can pay for. You have to have enough money that can pay for what you, only you at least eat. Please, it's very, very important. And that brings us to the end of today's episode. I'd like you guys to anticipate the next episode, and, you know, give this video a thumbs up. If there's anything I said that you don't agree with, if there's a comment, if there's an opposition, if there's anything, you can drop it down below in the comment section. And please do like and subscribe to my channel, and follow me on Instagram and Twitter. I have them written on the screen. Thank you very much, and see you next time. Bye.